When 9/11 happened, I remember thinking, man, is that really these people's ideals? Is that really what they want to do? Just destroy America and destroy our way of life? And then I remember thinking, man, I'm glad that we have the best military in the world. A few of my friends joined and did basic training and then just went right over there. It started hitting close to home. I started thinking, well, I'm totally capable. There's no reason I couldn't be doing that. If capable people like myself sat back and did nothing, we wouldn't have the greatest military in the world. And my friends and family's lives would be more at risk. And that was it. I felt a calling. It was my duty to make the hard decision. When I went into basic training, I was 22 years old. I did about 2 years of training for Special Forces and Special Operations. And I finally got to my unit at 2nd Ranger Battalion. I did 6 more months of training before I did my first deployment to Afghanistan. I knew my family was back home praying for me. We got letters and cards in the mail that my sisters had made and their classmates had made. I flew a flag over our base on that deployment, and our whole platoon signed it, thanking everyone back home for their prayers and support. On my second deployment to Afghanistan, my friend Dave, who was more of a mentor, my platoon sergeant, standing right next to me in the fight, took one that ended his life. For a few days, all I could think about was the look on his wife's face, thinking, man, she's got to tell her kids, Dave's got 3 kids that he's not coming home to. I'm crying, my friends are all crying around me. Every one of us just picked up the pieces and fought as hard as we could for the rest of that deployment. I knew the risk, but I signed up because if good people sat there and did nothing, everyone suffers. That was election year and my 4 years was almost up. I was faced with another important decision. I hated Obama, but in the end I made the decision not because I didn't or did like the president, but to defend the Constitution and the flag of the United States that represents all that I'm fighting for. I re-enlisted that deployment to defend my country and my family. The next deployment, they made me a Ranger team leader, my only deployment to Iraq. I did 2 more deployments to Afghanistan as a sniper, in total 5 deployments in 8 years. The day I signed out was the day I got married. Went back to school and got an aerospace engineering degree. Now I work for Lockheed Martin Skunk Works as a conceptual designer where my little sister gives me design tips on the next military drones. When someone says thank you, I generally take it as thanks for making the hard choice and doing something for the country that made a difference. I think about Dave every time I hear thank you for serving. Dave fought for the same reasons I did. I think about his family, his wife, his kids. It hits hard every time, especially now that I have kids of my own. Every time I hear thank you, it's not just for me, it's for all of my friends. Some gone, some are over there still right now. It's supporting them too. It's supporting Dave's wife and kids. It's supporting all that we stand for as Americans. It's supporting the flag and what that represents.